嗯，好好。5、4、3、2、1。Hello and welcome to CGTN's live coverage of this year's opening day of the NPC session, or the session of the National People's Congress. I'm Tao Yuan. We are live across our social media platforms, Weibo, Facebook, YouTube, and our CGTN mobile app. My colleagues Martina Fuchs and Su Yuting are standing by inside the Great Hall of the People, where the NPC, or the National People's Congress deputies, are going to convene in about an hour's time. But we start here on the famous Tiananmen Square, where the NPC deputies are starting to come in, and we can see them right over there, very crowded area, around 3,000 NPC. The NPC deputy is China's top lawmaking body, and with 3,000 deputies, is probably the largest parliamentary bodies in the world. The NPC session is usually scheduled to occur around the same time with the CPPCC meetings, the CPPCC standing for the China Together. They're the biggest political event of China, and probably also the largest of its kind in the entire world. And the scale of this event can really be seen through the level of security on site. You can see policemen dressed in bright fluorescent colors. The whole section of the street is cordoned off, and you have to walk about 15 to 20 minutes to the section of the street where it's open, where you can get a cab or public transportation. So today we're just gonna walk slowly to the, and we're gonna try and grab a few NPC deputies as we go to ask them what is their agenda for this year. So camera, can you just give a shot to all the NPC deputy? I'm not sure if you can see the deputy in the bright red dress, and she's probably a deputy from Chinese ethnic minority. China actually has the Han majority and 55 other ethnic minorities, and every minority have their own NPC deputy at the session, bringing their motions and bringing really interested about. And our other CGTN colleagues, reporters, are going to be live on television, and here's one. Just a photo of the famous Tiananmen Square. This square is actually built in 1415. The name Tiananmen actually stands for gate of the gate of the heaven. This is really one of the greatest symbols of China. This is where Chairman Mao proclaimed the founding of the Republic of China in 1949 on October the 1st, and the anniversary of the ceremony is held observed here every year until the days. A shot of this woman. She's probably pretty, and see the bright copper. So I'm just going to speak to them in English, and I'm going to translate what they're saying. Okay, so actually from Hunan province. 老师，我想再问，今年关注的是哪些议题呢？等一下好不好？好好好。So she's telling me to wait for a little bit, because this is really their big moment. Some of them have to travel for hours just to get to Beijing, and they're here just taking photos to remember this very important moment. These deputies actually have a tenure of about 5. They started in 2013, so this is probably their last year here. And I guess they really just want to take photos to remember this year. This photo, I'm again. 老师，不好意思，我想问一下，您今年关注的是哪些议题吗？
医疗方面的
，care。老师，不好意思，我想您今年关注的有哪些议题 ？So she's interested in
有几个，就是一个就是关于高考英语改。
This is it. Here we are inside the Great Hall of the People. You cannot imagine how excited I am on this day of the NPC opening day in this building. Now we will have a full house here packed with delegates, about 3,000 from all over China. You can imagine how exciting this is going to be, and very interesting to meet some of these deputies here. About this amazing building, actually. It was designed by Chinese architect Zhang Bo in 1950 for the 10th anniversary of the PRC, and was built just 10 time. What a rapid speed, reflecting back then already the rapid development and speed of China's economy. We will have Li Keqiang's speech, of course, the premier, starting at 9 a.m. Beijing time. So are on that, and we have been arriving very, very early in the morning, about queuing up already starting from 4 or 5 a.m. onwards, because we have a very, very important document which is going to be released to the press and the world, which is the government work report by the Chinese. And as you can see, there is still a long queue, and journalists from all over the world who are looking at this government work report, which was just here, and a lot of reporters are snapping the latest headlines, all the economic, the multi-billion-dollar question. We will number and speak to the world, and we were able to get a copy just before from the hot off the press, and probably the most important document of the year for China. I was able to come a couple of times to the Great Hall of the People, the Renmin downtown, but a very, very special occasion. Now we will be excited to hear more about Premier Li delegates and the world in just about, let me check, well, 30 minutes from now. We'll give you more live coverage from here. Actually, to turn over colleague Yu Ting. So I'm lead our audience into the opening ceremony with Premier Li Keqiang.
Okay, thank you very much, Martina. So, thank you very much. And you know, this is a foreign reporter to join us on this live coverage of the. I have been here many times as CGTN foreign affairs reporter. Other people is a significant place for President Xi Jinping and Premier Li to hold welcoming ceremony for their counterparts. And today is the big day, because you know that the opening the Great Hall. As you can see behind me, there is lots of journalists of the people in Beijing, and they just braved the cold in the early morning. It is the report of government, some of the odd details, so they're just working very hard right now. place at the second floor. Oh, I just saw a very familiar face. Hey, hello, nice to see you. Yes, you know that today is a very big day, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so when did you arrive at the Great Hall?
8 a.m. and 7 a.m. Yeah.
And you have already got the government work like to focus on.
The GDP was target, which we saw is % this year, so that's what we're looking out for.
Well, you know that this place is just surrounded by so many journalists and reporters, but you can hardly see this hustle and bustle atmosphere today during the normal days. So this today is really a very big event. Nearly NPC deputies and 2,000 plus CPPCC members, and also the ambassadors to China will attend the opening session of the NPC. And yeah, there is a very famous this by a very famous painter in 1917. And you know that this kind of famous painting and calligraphy can usually seen at the Great Hall of People in Beijing, and they are just a hand on the wall, and it's very fantastic and delicate paintings all along the way. It's very great auditorium, because this is the place where the opening of the NPC. We have this press card, and we also have a barcoded, so everything is easy. Wow, this is very significant event. Well, the journalists all arrived up cameras here, and you know that the over there, as the great podium, Premier Li Keqiang will deliver the speech. Us the work report, and I would like to show you is that look at the ceiling. That ceiling is decorated with a galaxy of lights, and inside is a red star just in the center, and also you can see the waves of water representing people. And there's so many journalists and reporters at the second floor, but actually NPC deputies and also PCC members and also diplomats will all be here at the second floor, and also first floor and the third floor. And the NPC deputies are just representing all sectors of the society, and China's constitution said that the National People's highest organ of the state power, and these NPC deputies, they are just from all walks of life, and some are very high officials, and others are just from the grassroots level, and they just will be very good. The beginning year, and China has 6.7%, and China's economy just
from within and without. How will China make it through 2017 with this political transition and economic transformation? What will a changing world bring to the Chinese? Join us for our annual NPC and CPPCC coverage as lawmakers and advisors chart the course. This is a year of challenges from within and without. How will China make it through 2017 with this political transition and economic transformation? what will a changing world bring to the Chinese? Join us for our annual NPC and CPPCC coverage as lawmakers and advisors chart the course.
From CGTN. So, Professor Zhang, can you talk to our viewers about your expectations on the government work report live stream broadcast?
Yeah. I would like to know from this work report and how to deepen the structural reform from supply side in the whole country. And also we know that reform is going to face some kind of tough issues, and we would like to solve some how the government should have a kind of a policy approach to solve the issues and to keep the stability of the economy and to improve the livelihood of people and to have much more, the environmental condition improvement.
Right, exactly. And what about you, Mr. Wang? Guangdong Province, what is your expectation?
Yeah, for this year, I have many expectations for the premier work report. Special for me is the two expectations. And first, for the more stable economic growth during the special time. Another one is for the environmental protection. So hopefully I would like to more blue sky like Beijing today, and like in Zhanjiang, my hometown, and making more clean water and safety food.
Okay, thank you so much, both of you gentlemen. Okay, I'm giving back to my colleague Chao Yuan. Wish you good luck with the live stream.
Actually, I just waiting a little bit because I was told the signal got cut off. So I just want to introduce you again. This is my colleague Hona.
So we're beginning all over again?
No, we're not beginning all over again. I'm just not sure if the audience caught us. This is our colleague Hona, and she was live on television. She just came off of a live cross, and she had two guests with her. And can you just introduce your guests again?
Okay, for example, this is Professor Zhang Xiaoshan. He is a member of the Rural Development Institute for Chinese Academy of Social Sciences. And this is Mr. Wang Zhongbing. He is the mayor of Zhanjiang City, southern China's Guangdong Province. Both of them just finished my live cross interview with the CGTN viewers on TV. We had quite a good time talking with their expectations on the government work report. And of course, their views are well received by our viewers.
Right.
So I'm not sure whether their opinions are broadcasted just now.
I think so.
Okay, that's good to know.
I think it started broadcasting right in the middle of their speech, so I just wanted to make sure that our audience know who these people are.
You sure they heard their voices?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because they're going to enter the Great Hall in a bit, so I would like to let them just get prepared for the session.
Right. Okay. So as my colleague Hona just said, and as her guests, two NPC deputies just said, the really big thing that everybody's looking at today is really Premier Li Keqiang's government work report, and two things. China target, and another thing, of course, the country's defense. Going to make any predictions right now because the premier is going to deliver his government work report in just a little bit. But the number is of particular interest today, especially because U.S. newly elected President Donald Trump has said that the defense spending of the U.S. Okay, so now security personnel are telling us that we're not allowed to enter the Great Hall of People right now, but my colleague Martina Fuchs and Su Yuting are standing by for you inside, and I'm going to pass the torch to them right now.
As China's legislators get to work in Beijing, we'll be looking at how some of the decisions they make affect ordinary Chinese people, balancing the pace of development, making affordable housing available to all, and dealing with a society where the balance of power is shifting from the young to the old.
All eyes eyes are on the economy. I'll be spinning around to report on the opportunities and headwinds from the ground, from the business environment for foreign companies to the supply side reforms to the innovation and pollution.
These days, decisions taken here in Beijing affect not just the citizens, but bear great impact on the global economy. Is China finally taking the lead on economic globalization?
I'm watching two areas. First, signals on state-owned enterprise reform, and second, with China increasingly active internationally, the focus on foreign affairs.
As China's